All right. Hello, hello. There we go. All updated. That's good. Okay. Let's play some Stanley Parable. All right. It is 3:12. Oops. Three 3:12 p.m., your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 3:12 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 3:12 p.m.? You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Okay then. All right, so looks like there's sound. Yes and yes. Perfect. Let's just begin the game. I haven't played this in so long.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although
Interesting.
soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No
For a
one
whole
showed up to give
hour?
him instructions,
Oh,
or a
dang.
meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, okay. I'm in control. Okay. All right. I
All
won.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Literally, papers just left. All right.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Fine. I'll just lick the door. I don't know if that was 20 times, but it was definitely...
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
All right. I hate Mondays. Yes. New content. Okay. I don't know if I want new content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The door on the left. Okay, so that's that door. But what if I want to go through that door?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ooh, that room got messy.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Coffee!
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Ooh. Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Well, I couldn't not press the button. You can't put a button in front of me.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
I don't want to go left. I don't want to go left. I guess I gotta go left.
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Why does that look scary? What if I don't want to go? That one looks scary. Hi, Rems. All right, well, okay. I'm in front of a van. How are you, Rems?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
All right, then. So I think I failed. Let's try a different way. Okay. So last time I clicked all the doors.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. All right, we're going to the meeting room. Yeah. How you doing, Rems?
When Stanley...
Oh.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
That's so weird.
When we were back in that room with all the monitors, did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then.
All right.
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay, so thank you. I went to the right. Oh, all the doors have opened. Ooh, this one has boxes. Let's go this way. Yeah. Okay, so I can go that way or over here. Ooh, okay. This way? Oh, I'm back in the thing. Ah, neat.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure.
This is so neat.
I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No,
well,
this is fun.
That we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, okay, we're starting again. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I wouldn't want to waste electricity by leaving the computers on. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
it's worse. I might be.
But there's no doors this time.
It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Go back this way and back. Oh, that's different. There wasn't a spilled drink before.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. Well, now we're down here.
Now this...
Oh.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
I don't remember this.
Recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work.
I think I win.
It really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay, restarting again.
All
Ooh.
right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure
a
we don't
line.
get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay, now the decision has to be made. Do we actually follow the line or do we not? This one goes that way. Ooh. All right. right, all right. This is a new area. I don't think I've ever gone this way.
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Ooh. Okay, let's follow the line.
The experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office. Is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay. Sure. Bring on the music. Well, I made it to the meeting room, I guess. Oh, okay. I think it's a little wonky now.
What's the hair?
Huh? Yeah, but no one's chatted for a while. It goes away after a minute.
Okay.
I don't have it permanently on. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I can't go back. Okay. Corporate imbalances. Consolidation reports. Departmental accounts. Personnel files. Ooh. My file in here. Budget analysis. Oh, I go back to the line. Supposed to be following the line. Employee 432 previews. Peer reviews. Oh, wow. 432. Wow. That's a lot of peer reviews. Financial records. Oh. Wait. Okay, this is different. No. All right.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. It looks like a fern. Okay. I'm not going to remember that, so we're not even going to pretend. All right.
What?
Oh.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
All right. I'm going to keep following the line. Oh, we're back here.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through...
that person got fired.
I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
That one got fired. Few of them got fired. All right, well. So do I not follow the line
You know
this?
what,
Oh,
Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever
okay.
done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting,
Okay.
daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. The voice wouldn't
Now, yes,
treat
this
me
is
wrong,
exciting.
right?
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I have no idea. I just want to go home.
You again.
Oh?
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay, I'm not acknowledging. I'm not following it. I just happens to be going in the same direction as me. Right? I don't know what they're talking about. This is all normal. Ooh, a new room.
Choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Okay, that's the door I came
We
from.
mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Oh, okay.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny
That door.
awaits.
I say it's, yep. Oh, the confusing ending. Deviate from maintenance room, end up in monitor room. Narrator restarts the game.
It's all one giant
Oh,
ending.
this
And we're
is...
supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all...
This is supposed to be the game.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Or what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this...
So I've been playing this
thing
ending for 18
wall.
minutes. Okay.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Restart the game.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Okay. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
There's no
to go to the
computer
meeting.
there.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. So that's the new content spot. But I still want to play around in the normal stuff. Okay.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Yes, I did. So I did the other one last time. But I hadn't been in here yet, so I have to touch all the doors. Okay. All right, there. Got all the doors. The meeting room.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
Do
of
not
disbelief,
alter without
Stanley
consulting
decided to go out to
whiteboard
his
manager.
boss's office, hoping he
RIP
might find an answer
friends.
there.
Meeting room. Floor 4XXX. Group planning. Meeting schedule. Whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Targets. Push for funding. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergy guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the top of tomorrow. Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Repeat. That's very corporate. Oh. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts. Please, I'm begging. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplicate and return to your boss's appreciation. Solving interpersonal conflict. Yada, yada, yada. To do. Synergize core value expenditures, shift global market, PAP wrap, monetize free to play, top priorities, help, I'm a post-it. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Ooh, what's this? What do people want? Things. Happy feelings. Money. More money. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Violet James, you are fired. The stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment. Stripes. Requires more secondary research. Who is hot? Target demographic teenagers. Profits. Interesting. Bi-quarterly post-review review. We need reviews. 402 and 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net, save some sort of child trap. Okay, this is getting kind of weird. A lot of percentage, size of demographics, spare between the teenagers, throw something in the ideas bin. The ideas bin is a garbage can. Is there a garbage can in here? Is that a hint about something? Maybe? I don't know. All right. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but
There was
nothing
something
there,
about the broom
so he
closet.
turned around and got back on track.
Maybe I don't want to get back on track. Maybe I like the broom closet.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason.
I remember
to
this
stay
from the
here.
time I played before. So I'm just going to sit in here for a minute and let the narrator freak the fuck out.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some
Also,
way.
stay hydrated,
Yes,
everyone.
He's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
What does FA stand for, Mr. Narrator?
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yep.
Standing around doing nothing?
Yes.
Why? Please
Why
offer me
not?
some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Why not? I want to stand here. I don't want to go out there. Out there's work.
There's no choice or anything in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I think it is significant because it drives the narrator bonkers.
Maybe to you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I don't remember how far it goes, but I know he gets really mad.
Probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I am gardened, so yes.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Anything else, or was that it? I don't want to go out yet. Hold on. Give me one more moment. Come on, give me one more. One more.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guess you too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay. I think I've annoyed him enough.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh. Since I've already pissed him off. What if I go down?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility
I could
of
not.
facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed
1, 2, B4.
his boss would think he was crazy.
Why are they
And then
different
something occurred to
times?
Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Wait.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms
This
were
one
starting
isn't.
to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange.
It's fine.
This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled.
Okay, what?
"This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
I'm just sleeping.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began
Do I
to
hear
gently
something?
float above the ground. Then
I'm
he
floating.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Okay.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming
This
about
is so
a voice
fucking weird.
describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that
Who
of course,
just leave?
this was not a dream.
Wait.
How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world
Interesting.
outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine.
I am okay.
I am okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. Dun dun dun.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Okay.
She rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
Oh my.
I know what is real and what isn't.
That's a little
To
presumptuous.
think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
I'm glad his demise made her feel better.
Very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
I feel like she's a terrible person.
So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So am I now her? There's like, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hey. Is there anything else that I...
When Stanley came to a set of two
Well,
open doors,
this
he
way.
entered the door on his left.
So there was a choice in here that I had to make.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase,
Yes, this way.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. This is executive bathroom. Oh. Whoa. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Okay. How come it's every time I touch something, it sounds like a keyboard? Every time. All right. Okie dokie. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not
This
an indication
office
of any
is
human life.
Gorgeous.
Unraveled,
It's
Stanley
so
wondered in
pretty.
disbelief who
All the
orchestrated this.
books.
What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh shit. Okay. This looks familiar. Okay, last time I went down, it was a bad thing. Don't think there's any other way to go, though. Okay, so I guess we're going down. It was bad last time, and it's probably bad this time. Oh.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ah, hello? Hello? Anybody down here? Oh, mind control facility. I choose life.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What?
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Okay, I don't...
Nope, still on board with death?
It says escape. Maybe the person before me realized and is helping.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lord. Well, you only live once, right? Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
The Stanley Parable. Okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Okay.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Sure I was. So that's my desk. And then that's office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the 2 doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout the development. Through the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Okay. So I guess these are like the main areas that you can go to. Got it. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. Filing cabinets. Office computers. The doors. Button sounds. Okay. I didn't even look at these. Model design. Oh, the credits. That's cute. It's a cute way to do it. 431, 436. Maintenance room. Ultra Deluxe announcements. In December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of the Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. These are screenshots of the videos so we made for the announcement. Okay. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Oh, that would have been funny. The narrator getting in a fight with, like, yeah, that would have been funny. The Lounge, an early version of The Lounge. Office. What is that sound? The apartment timer. Oh, apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, apparently there's like a lot of endings. The cargo lift. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted an option of the player falling to their death. Yeah, that makes sense. Neat. These levers are originally a part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe the color they had pulled. The game is now paused. Begin the game again. Restart the game. Escape menu. Meeting room. So, option 1, lounge maintenance. Oh, number 1 option, 1 doorway to maintenance in the lounge. Number 3, 1 option, 1 doorway to maintenance in the lounge, the original back on track option. Okay, so that gives you like all the different iterations. Got it. Interesting. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is repairing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Interesting. Okay. It's really neat how they did this for the deluxe version. Monitor room elevator. Countdown desk, one of the desks from an early version of the countdown meeting. What's up here? Oh, that's cool. What's over here? Oh, these are the different desks. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created November 2011, the second March 2012, and the third in February 2013. This must be the first one. Second and third? Interesting. All right. From James. Oh, from Wong. Urgent response needed. Please, I would like to keep this proposal top secret and delete if you're not interested. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Oh, that's cute. That's interesting. Before the game even released. Oh, I already saw that. Okay.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Hmm.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Okay, then.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Either way, it does the same thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Oh, okay. Going for a ride.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah, just 1 second. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Okay. So we got
All right. All right, let's see.
jumps.
The jump circle?
Ooh, you can jump in the circle. Got it. Okay. I don't want to waste them all just in case they mean something later.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say...
In games, I never stand near either door in an elevator just in case.
Jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right
Oh,
there.
Mr. Narrator.
You could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy
I'm just going to sit in this chair.
Started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills.
No gimmicks.
Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Sure, friend. Okay, but this is already totally different. Okay. There's the other iteration of my desk. Neither door's open. Oh, that's the original.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. Oh. Hopefully I didn't die there. Nope. Okay, we're good.
Okay,
Got
you remember
this.
how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Whoa.
I call it
Oh,
the
it's
memory
pretty.
zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Interesting.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh,
Smile
wait.
because it happened. Stanley Parable. A trip down memory lane. $1 bill. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. All the rewards and stuff. Neat. It's cute. What is that? In loving memory, little Stanley. Aw. Okay.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game
Jeez.
ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh, I can leave now? Okay. Thank you. Ooh, I can go down or up. Let's go down. Oh. I had to go up. Person of the year. Obviously goes to me. Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable,
Such a good
surprising, and
game.
rewarding choices I've ever been confronted
I
with in a
absolutely
game.
love it. I haven't
Out of
played
10,
it in
don't
like
you
a couple
think,
years, so
Stanley?
I
The
was
game was perfect.
going
It didn't
down
need
nostalgia
anything else.
lane.
It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved
Literally
video game
anything.
memories.
People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything. There's just so much stuff to see in this part, and like, it's so cool. Right. So I came from there. Where do I go? Remember. Do I go back?
These
Maybe?
were simpler times, Stanley,
Oh, yeah.
but I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Aw.
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Oh.
What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Not
I
recommended.
could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Ooh.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert
Oh,
into
there's
the
one back
Stanley Parable,
there.
but the game is already such a densely layered web of
Okay.
profound philosophical
Okay,
insights,
I'm
I can't
going.
even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Nope. You always gotta touch everything. You never know. You never know. Okay. Ooh. The thunder. All right. Anything? Ooh. It's another thumbs up. Can't read it, but it's a thumbs up. Oh.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for
A
me.
little bit preachy.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my
I thought I
otherwise
heard a door
unimpeachable
open.
track record.
Oh, right there.
I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remember.
Oh, Mr. Narrator's having an existential crisis. Poor Mr. Narrator. Who am I? Why exist?
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh no.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can...
Oh, it can hurt.
Reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on that, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof.
Poof.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there.
But I like
I don't know
pushing
why the skips are
buttons.
getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person. to
All the
speak
lights
with.
are
And
out.
you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything.
So
is to
dark.
know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just...
Oh,
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
so
I
much
stopped losing
time.
track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with,
Hello? Hello? Mr. Narrator? I think think he disappeared. Oh. Ooh. What's the beeping?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition.
He's still talking.
Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all
he's
of their
spiraling.
pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world, as though there were no consequences for a... The end is never the end, 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 is never the end,
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Is it silence? Ooh, it's raining. Yep. That's where the water was falling. Still can't get out though. All right. I guess we move along. Ooh. Can I climb up them? Nope. I'm still stuck. Keep going, I guess. That sounds so spooky. Spooky, scary skeleton. Oh, come on. The button's broken now. But so's the wall. Perfect. Oh. What happened? There's trees over there, it looks like. Go towards the tree area, I guess? Looks like something's in there. Ooh, that looks like it could be a house or something, maybe? Might be seeing things, who knows? There's definite hills. Oh. The end is never the end is never the end. All right then. Oh, what did that say? Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. Okay. New content. Do I go into the new content? Babe. Babe. Do I go into the new content or do I just move on? New content?
New.
Got it.
Oh, good. You noticed
New.
my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
All right, let's go, Mr. Narrator. I might end up dying, but it's fine. Do. I want to go that way.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be.
La-di-da-da-da-da-dum.
And any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a
The end is never the end again. The Stanley Parable 2
Why there are so many
Investor
possibilities that could go in
Showcase.
so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Okay.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier
Sticky
than
note.
Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. Nice couch. All right. So this would be the new office. Let's see. Definitely more modern. Got laptops instead of PCs. We still got the same sounds. Some papers on the ground. Okay. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old and busted, new hotness. Boring section of the chart, cool red section of the chart. Yep, that's about right. Ooh, 2. 2 time, what? Okay, just papers and such. 1 + 1 is 2 - 1 is 2 - 1 is 1. Don't talk to me before I've had a sequel. Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. One more TSP, 2 better TSP. Paradigm shift, synergy, brick and mortar approach, envelope, client-centric marketing, the color red, leverance. Yes, it is very red and black. More computer. Okay. Stanley Parable 2.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Okay. Ooh, it's dark over there. All right. Valued investor, this way to the show floor. Only really go the one way. Oh.
Here we are.
The Stanley Parable 2. All right. The best button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do
Okay.
players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Okay. I highly doubt. I highly doubt. Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
My name
I want
is
you to
Jim.
imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping
My
and
name's
waking
Jim.
as Jim.
My
falling in
name's
love
Jeff.
and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If
Yes.
so, then please step forward and press the button.
Okay.
Jim. Yes, you see, what a
What a
thrill! What a
thrill.
rush! That was you. The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If
Third
this were
time.
the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Hmm. My name is Jim. My name is Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. Sure. Settings, world champion, infinite hole, free achievement. Free achievement. Okay. The Stanley Parable 2. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now. Okay.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I don't believe you. I think you're going to leave it and then it's not going to be fixed. And that's just what I think.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we
The
seen
jump
yet?
circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Collectibles. Ooh. Collect them all.
Ah,
Ooh.
collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run
like
around gathering up
collectibles.
these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
1 of 6. Cool.
God, it
Okay.
really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely
Infinite
tragic.
hole. Okay. Also stairs there too. Lots to explore. We got this.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the
You
infinite
okay?
nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and
Wah,
agree
wah,
to just call
wah.
the hole mostly infinite?
It's definitely not infinite.
Then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven's sake. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yep.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really, gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow, okay, yes.
Definitely shorter.
Starting to become extremely certain
Definitely,
that the hole is
definitely.
not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing.
Definitely not.
What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the
I
teleport
always
button
do.
when you're ready to move on.
Oh, it's not working now.
Is the, teleport button not working?
It's broken.
Sure?
Yep.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation.
broken.
Still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked
He's
for.
doing to me
So,
what I did to him in the other one
you
with the
get to be
confusing
hole. I
endings.
get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole
Bye, Mr. Narrator.
will rest of eternity together.
Bye, Mr. Narrator. I could have done it, but where's the fun in that? Hello? Hello? I might actually have to, Oh, what was that? Oh, it's moving. Oh, what is happening? Ooh, okay. Cool, cool, cool. This is fine. Everything is fine. It's not a horror game, so everything's fine. Nothing to be afraid of. Right? Right? I think so. I hope so. Change your perspective. Ooh. Ooh. Dead inside. Dead inside. That's cool. Error.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Take me with you. I don't want to be here anymore. Is it going to start falling again? No. Okay. Whew. Thought it was going to start doing it again. I was like, I might have to bail out of that. Okay, so that was the infinite hole.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
That's the button. I tried that. The reassurance bucket. Yes, please. Let's go get a bucket to reassure myself.
The parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
And
You see,
it's not
Stanley,
there.
anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for
Okay,
me
give me the
than
bucket.
actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Mr. Narrator,
The
move.
bucket
Give
is
me
the
the bucket.
perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
If I would have just stayed down there, it would have been fine.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? Okay, I'll
Good
be honest,
job.
I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Okay,
Or actually,
don't
maybe
take my
I should have gone
advice.
with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
What's up? Yeah, I can't do that. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Already went through that, went through that. Don't think I went through this. New features. The button that says gym. Okay, so we did all of that. Did all of there. Did that. I think we did everything in here. Didn't we? Yeah. I'm pretty sure we did everything. Okay. That's the epilogue thing. We've done everything. We did that. Okay, we'll go this way. Ooh. Do 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 do.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yep.
Ready to move on now?
Yes. And I have the bucket.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go, version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't
There's
add
so
up
much
to
fun.
anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own.
Nope.
They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Chips.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous
Try
title
these.
screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, those are good.
This is the story of a man named
The honey hair habanero? They're yummy.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Excuse me.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons
So we're starting over.
how long to push them, and in what order.
Pretty much.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley...
This just seems like the game I'm playing.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would
Don't forget to
forever
hydrate,
change
everybody.
Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his
And
desk
eat your
for nearly an
snacks.
hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his
Okay.
desk and stepped out of his office.
This seems like the exact same game, just with balloons.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
All the
Stanley
balloons.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Not a trace. Just that they left some of the computers on. Oh, that's new. The balloons.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
Oh, the bucket.
Stanley
Come
picked
with
up
me,
the
bucket. Oh, nice. Can you make mine Cat, not Catherine? Okay. But I like them. They look good. Okay. Okay. Oh, we got this. Does look more festive with the balloons, though.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the
Ooh, a
room
wish
on the
check.
left.
One second. mm.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's
Tips for not
office
getting
was where
fired.
he
Talk
was.
less. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Yeah, that sounds about right. Corporate Life 101. Ooh.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet
It's my
believes
bucket.
It deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless?
Okay. Make this go away. There we go. There we go. Back at it.
That you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it. Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion.
Property
Take
of
our
Stanley.
high-room closet with all your meandering philosophy. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point,
Do you want to try the chips?
in the tender spiritual
They're honey habanero.
that he didn't notice
There's a
the
little bit of
keypad
heat.
on the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss
They're really
of
good.
simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yes,
Was it
luck.
what the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Ooh. My mouth is on fire.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
One of
Remember,
6.
No reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines. The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
This is all the like video feeds from every one of the employees, I think. I think.
The monitors jumped to
Yeah.
life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Only trust the bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
Your feet are also really sore from other things.
All of it monitored
So
and
it,
commanded from this very
like,
place.
it might feel a lot better
Reality of his
when your
power
feet
and
aren't
mercy.
all bruised and
Stanley
everything.
decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
All right. Anyways, I'm going to finish off here. I need to go and get another drink. So, hope everyone has a wonderful night. And I may or may not stream during the week. I don't know yet. So, yeah, that's it. All right. Bye.